been so long since I last sat down to do like an actual sit down video. So hey, welcome back. I'm back, you're back, this is all great. Today we are going to be doing a video that I've thought about doing for such a long time because it's something that I do very regularly, and that is a plan with me video. And I have been like such a crazy planner person, like literally for as long as I can remember. I remember in 3rd grade, our school started giving us planners every year, and I thought that that was just like the best thing ever. So basically I've been planning in physical planners since the 3rd grade. So we go way back, me and planning. I'm gonna show you all of my favorite top tips for planning from a monthly perspective. And in doing that, I have to show you, of course, all the supplies that I use, and everything that I'm mentioning will be linked down below in the description. So feel free to check it out. Obviously, none of this is sponsored, but if you want to get some of the stuff that I have and we can be twins, planner twins, then please, by all means, go ahead and do that. Before I get into all of these supplies, I just want to call out that you can really use anything to plan. You can use your phone, you can use your laptop, you can use a notepad, a notebook, or a planner, like an actual planner like me. Whatever really works for you is what you should do, because if it doesn't work for you, then you're not going to do it. So you might as well find a system that you actually enjoy maintaining, because it's not a huge commitment, but like it's a commitment enough where it should be the kind of thing where you're looking forward to updating it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a physical planner person. I'm not much of a digital planner person, which I feel like in this day and age, it would make more sense to do that because it's a lot easier to change things and add things on the go, whereas I can only change things and add things if I'm carrying this around with me. But I feel like having a physical planner and taking the time to fill out the spreads in the weeks and the months, it really helps me internalize like what my plans actually are. And it helps me get a better idea of like how I'm spending my time and making sure that I'm spending it the way that I want to be spending it. And it also helps me remember because I've taken the time to like really write it out and get it in my head. Now let's get into supplies. The first supply is definitely the most important, and that is my actual planner. So I have been using Passion Planner planners since probably 2015. My mom was actually one of their Kickstarters, like back when they were really just starting. So we get Passion Planners every year, and I'm such a big fan of them. I love Passion Planner because you get a monthly spread. Like, let me show you one that isn't filled out. You get a monthly spread at the beginning of the month. You get weekly spreads, which are obviously super helpful, and I prefer weekly spreads to have them like broken down by hour and by time, because I'm a very visual person. Instead of just like writing lists of things that I'm doing, it's helpful for me to like visualize like the time blocking of what I'm doing, and it also helps me remember. And another cool aspect of Passion Planner is that it's a bit more intentional, like it's almost kind of a journal of sorts. So there's a monthly reflection at the end of each month, then there's like a half-year reflection, a beginning of the year reflection, end of the year reflection, and it just asks really nice questions, and I will definitely get into that later in the video. But yeah, so that's my Passion Planner. If you have any questions about Passion Planners, please feel free to comment below because I am clearly a huge fan of theirs. That's my #1 supply for planning. Next supply that I use on the daily is my to-do list pad. This isn't really like what I use for my monthly planning session, but I just figured that I would mention it because it's great, very handy. I like it because it has little check boxes on the side, and it's also small enough where I don't feel guilty if I only have like 5 or 10 things written on it, as opposed to like a giant page to-do list. So I love this thing. Next thing, this is probably the most important supply, and this is my Muji pen. I am obsessed with Muji pens. I use the 0.38 width tip pen. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's the thinnest one that they make, and I just like writing in really thin lines. These are like the only pens that I use nowadays. Like once I run out, or when I'm about to run out, I order more so that I don't actually run out. The next supply is my markers. So I get these from a little boutique near me, but they're the brand Le Pen, and I think that that's like a decently common brand that you can probably find at any supply store, or maybe even you can definitely find them online somewhere. So I'll try to find a link for them and put them below. But if you can't tell, I'm very much an earth tones person. So these are the colors that I have. I love them. They also write with a really fine tip, which I very much appreciate. And they're just like, it's kind of like a marker, kind of like a pen, which is like a fun mix. So I love these. Then if I'm feeling crazy, then I'll break out my Stadler. I don't really know how to pronounce the name, but that is it. And I've had these for such a long time and they haven't run out. They're really, really good quality, and they're also really fine tip. These are great. Okay, the next thing is something that I've very recently gotten into, and that is stickers. I never really used to be much of a sticker planner person, just because it felt kind of like wasteful in a way. Like nothing ever felt important enough to use a sticker, because it's like I want to save it for the best possible scenario to use it in. But you know what? I've just come to the conclusion that I can use stickers whenever I want to use stickers, basically. So I got these off of the Passion Planner website, and they brought together designs from a bunch of different artists. So they have like a bunch of different styles of drawings on stickers, and I really love them. Definitely love these stickers. Next thing, I didn't really get, I don't think I'm really gonna get into this in this video, but Passion Planner has some great free, might I add, printouts on their website that you can print and put in your planner or a notebook or a bullet journal, like whatever physical planning mechanism that you use. And so I always print out a habit tracker from them, and I use that in my like weekly planning. And then I also have a year in pixels printout and water consumption tracker. So I love those. They're just like a nice fun thing to add. And the habit tracker is really useful because it really holds me accountable, because I want to check those habits off. I don't want any empty boxes. Finally, I don't really think that I'll use these too much, but these, I have to shout them out. It's this little pouch is like all of my Muji supplies. So I use a glue stick pretty often with planning and or journaling, Muji scissors. Then I have some washi tape and then some cardstock in here that I occasionally use. So those are all of my supplies. And now we're going to actually get into how I plan my month. So I'm gonna do an overhead version so that you can see everything that I'm doing as I put it into my monthly spread. Start off with, I love starting up in this top corner here where we have this month's focus. And what I love about Passion Planner is that it really differentiates between personal and work. So first we have this month's focus for personal, and then this month's focus for work. And one of my words of the year this year is contentment. So I think that I'm gonna make that this month's focus. And then for my work focus this month, my company is currently going through a major rebrand. So that is definitely my primary focus of the month for work. So I'm gonna write that down there. So then once I'm done with that, I like to move on to this column because I feel like it gives me a great sense of what I want to be here, you know? So over here, I like to put my priorities for people to see, places to go, things to learn. And then down here we have personal projects, work projects, and then a mind map area in addition to the monthly spread. So usually this section helps me clarify to myself like what I want to place within my actual month. So let's start over here. In my people to see area, I have a few friends that I know that I will be seeing this month, and my boyfriend's brother is getting married, so I know I'm gonna see a bunch of their family members, which will be nice. And then I love that there is a places to go section, because this is very important to me that I go to new places or like recurring places that I love. So I have Boston, Durham, Rhode Island, because I'm hopefully gonna be going on an RV trip with my boyfriend later on in the month. And then also Rockport, just because it's not too far from where I live and it's a great little day trip for one of the weekends. And then for things to learn, I have my Balanced Boss course, which is a phenomenal online course that I've been taking by JC Marie Smith and Chelsea Jade Curtis. Highly recommend it. And then I have down here that I want to take a course about freelancing on Skillshare. Now that this column is done, I'm gonna move on to the actual monthly spread where my beautiful stickers are going to come in handy. First, I like to go through the major events that I know off the top of my head that are happening this month, like the wedding and my work things. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in first, and then I'll kind of filter in all of the other little things that I know that I want to do this month. All of my major events have been put in, like I have done. Once everything's in there, I like to go in with some fun stickers, which I mentioned before. And what's nice about these stickers is that they're actually made by Passion Planner, which is the brand of this planner. So all of the stickers fit perfectly in all of the areas that I need to put them. The bulk of my decorating is done. We are going to move into my personal projects and my work projects. So for my personal projects, I really only have one thing that I want to work on outside of work, and that is to start dipping my toes in the water of freelancing. Make that my top priority project and write down a few tasks that I can get done this month that will hold me accountable. For work projects, I'm just gonna do things for my day job in this top priority project. And for the other project, I'm gonna put some things for an organization that I'm on the executive board for, which is called New Leaders Council. And with that, I'm done with my monthly spread, done with my monthly planning. And if you're interested in learning more about like what I do at the start of a new month, then you can watch my monthly reset video, and part of that is the monthly reflection within my passion planner. And this just has some great reflection questions to go over for your own self-growth to look back on in the future. And so I like to do this at the end of every month. So I always like to do that like in tandem with this, but I'm sure that this video is already long enough, so we can just scrap it there. And I was going to include my weekly plan with me, but maybe I will make a separate video for that. But I will show you the end result of what a weekly plan with me looks like because I already took the footage. This is what my weekly planner spread looks like. And yeah, so thank you so much for taking the time to plan with me for September. I hope that this inspired you. All right, so that is how I plan. Thank you for planning with me this month. If you, like I said in the intro, if you have any questions about how I use my planner, like the supplies that I use, please feel free to put those in the comments because I clearly love talking about this stuff. And also comment below if you are interested in this kind of content and if you would like me to do more of this. I know I usually do vlogs and not really productivity stuff, but I'm just as interested in productivity stuff as I am with vlogs, and I probably watch more productivity videos on YouTube. So let me know if you like this because I would love to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you got some inspiration for this video, or maybe you planned along with me. That would have been super fun. Comment below what your favorite way to plan is. Do you use a planner? Do you use your phone, Google Calendar? Comment below how you plan. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe, comment, like, do all of those things. And I will see you guys in my next video.